What's up, y'all? Wave 3 TV, episode 8. We're in McAllen, Texas, outside of Shipley's Donuts. We're about to interview Troy from Popular Lon3r. Let's get it.
And I'm started on the shit. I'm a boss up in this bitch. They don't know if I'm lit, cause every move I'm making hits. I've been checking out my list while they be riding up my dick. I'm a menace to these rodents, I don't got it down to get. They don't hold on, wait.
What's good, bro?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man? How you doing?
Just chilling out here, bro. Finally getting this interview in with a new series with you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you having me on, man.
You already
pretty
know,
cool,
bro. How you been, man?
Good, man. Can't complain. Blessed. Focused.
What was, how long ago did we interview last time?
I know you got the homeboy Freddy.
We were at the radio station, remember?
Yeah, bro.
That was like over a year and a half, close to 2 years ago.
That was pretty cool. I think we were on there for a few times, like about good 2 times.
2 times?
Yeah,
that's right, you were, I remember.
Times.
Yeah. How's life been since?
Man, blessed, bro.
Yeah,
blessed. I think you really find peace through pain. So I think that's one thing that I learned. So frontal lobe development type stuff.
Oh, for sure, bro. You start becoming more emotionally intelligent.
Yeah, bro. When I was like younger, I'm 25 right now, but when I was a little bit younger, bro, I was just emotionally not intelligent, man. Just any little thing would just set me off, like everybody, bro. And,
yeah, for sure.
And so I started realizing that, like, it's not. A lot of people try to put it on their environment, and a lot of people try to put it on, like, well, I was just raised like this, or this is all I seen, and all that stuff. It's like, at the end of the day, bro, your emotional intelligence comes based off what you are allowing, what you want to, what you want to allow or accept,
and experience too, bro. Like, 25 years of life on this earth ain't long at all, bro. Like,
bro, it don't. It feels long sometimes.
It feels long, but it's not, bro. And it's like, bro, like, you think about like how much space and time we occupy as humans on this earth. It's like a speck of dust compared to like the whole bigger scheme of things, bro. So I feel that, bro. Like, the biggest thing, like, for me, is just making the best of it, bro. Being positive, bro. Good energy, and like, how are you gonna be remembered after you're gone? That's the biggest thing, bro.
Exactly.
What mark are you gonna leave behind?
Yeah.
What are people gonna remember you for?
Like your legacy and stuff like that. I think that's super important. I know that used to be a big thing for a lot of people back then, and then nowadays everything's so short formed.
Yeah.
Everything's more of like, they don't want to take the short steps to be able to get to where they want to get to. It's more of like, we need it right now. You know,
everybody wants that instant gratification.
Yeah, bro, and that's one thing that I've been learning is it's gradual until it's sudden. And so, until it happens and stuff like that. So the instant gratification is the worst drug that I think a lot of people can have nowadays, bro. It's crazy. It's a trip.
And a lot of people, I feel like, tend to either give up because they don't know how close they are to the end, bro.
Yeah.
And it's the biggest thing to do is like walk in faith, bro. And like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what the outcome is, but you know, like, you have your faith that it's gonna happen the way you want to, and that like God got you, and like, you got to be able to trust blindly.
Yeah, bro. And that's been a big life changer too, bro. Honestly, like, I remember growing up, I was like into God. Like, I believed there was God, and I believed that there was somebody there. And I would pray when I would get in trouble. I'm like, hey, man, I hope my mom don't get me like for what I did at school or things like that. But the more older I got, the more like I learned about spirituality, and I learned about like who God really is, and you only know who he is. You only end up knowing who he is by acknowledging the trials that you're going through,
bro.
Accepting the tribulations with it, and just understanding that, whatever you're given can be easily taken away. And that's one thing that I think a lot of people nowadays, I can't even say young people, bro, because I see it too many in the older people too, where they're just, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just more of like,
I feel you.
No, I got everything I need. I got everything I have today, and it's not going to get taken away, over my dead body and stuff like that. But, bro, like, little do people know that when we go to sleep, our souls return back to our bodies in the morning, because God allows it.
For sure,
so
bro.
It's a trip, bro. It's a trip.
And it's one of those things, too. It's like you said, man, like, you got, like, leading with faith and just being able to believe in what's the unseen, like the unknown. Like, and, like, to be that delusional to, like, like, hey, this is my faith. This is what I want. This is what's going to happen. And, like, a lot of you can't have good without bad, bro. They're both necessary.
Yeah, balance.
They're both very necessary, bro. You can't have good without bad, and even the bad is learning. It's a learning experience. You go through fucked up shit or situations you think might have broken you, but those are the things that are building you up and making you stronger and shit, bro.
Yeah, I believe everybody. I believe everything and everyone is a lesson.
For sure, bro.
I think in your life, it's more of like, we met each other, but there's a certain lesson that we're getting out of this. Whether it's more of like, I just really liked your vibe, and the lesson that I needed to learn that day was learn how to be more chill. You know, you as like how you are as a person.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, other people, you know, for example, it's cameraman right here, Skinny, you know, like he has a pretty chill vibe, but he's very productive. So it's like, I think everybody is a lesson, and everything is a lesson.
I feel we all learn from each other, bro. And it doesn't even matter how old you are. I was talking about this the other day, like, I'm constantly learning from my daughter, bro. She's 6 years old, and like every day she's teaching me. Don was saying this. Shout out Don. He was like, "You really think you're teaching them, but they teaching you." And I was like, I felt that, bro, because like that's as real as it gets, dog.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
You don't understand how much of a man you are until you like have a kid, and like, all right, it's not just me no more. Like, you can't be selfish. Like, I think for me at least, that was the turning point where I was like, all right, like I got to be able to leave a legacy behind for not just me, bro, but like for my kin and shit, you know. So that's where I get my motivation from, bro. Where do you get yours?
Man, I get it from the people that I'm surrounded by, bro. You know, I have a really good girl by my side, a good woman that, you know, God has blessed me with. I have a really awesome, amazing best friend, you know, that God blessed me with too. And it's the people that I work with, it's people I associate myself with, it's people like yourself, it's people like your team, you know, like I get my motivation from just the peers around me. I've learned that, like, it's kind of like the bigger the trash can, the more trash I can fit in it. So you got to keep your circle smaller. You know how trash cans are sometimes circles? So it's like the smaller you keep your circle, the less trash that can come into it, and the more identifiable the trash is. So I've just learned to kind of just keep those that choose me. You know, not that I have to chase after.
I feel you.
And then it's just, that's where my motivation comes from, bro. It's just not even the validation, bro. It's just more of knowing that I did something that everybody in this circle put some effort into making happen for me.
For sure, bro.
You know, that had a part playing in this for me. You know,
I get you, bro. I get you. I see you've been going to church a lot more.
Yeah, bro. I love church, bro. It's not even some of those. I feel like I'm like a ghetto Christian. Like I can't even. I don't feel perfect enough to even call myself a Christian, bro. It's more of like I try to go about. I'm more spiritual than religious. Religious is a set of rules, and spirituality is a set of faith. You know, and how much faith you got, and how much faith you have enough to walk down a path that you don't even know where it's gonna go. And rules basically would just be like, no, that path is dirty. You shouldn't even be walking down that path. You know. Yeah. So church has been something amazing, bro. Honestly, what got me into church, bro, was straight up just music. I kid you not, bro. I've been into music since I was like 14. And when I was growing up or whatever like that, I was always in the streets, just with my cousin. You know, there were rap battles, there were people hanging out, or I would just go and steal food from over here or something, like kids in the streets do. And then I was never no gangster or nothing like that, but I was just always in the streets. That's that one kid. And I learned about music through the streets a lot too. And there was just one time, bro, where they were telling me, they were like, oh, there's going to be a rap battle over here at this park in Alamo. And I was thinking all 8 Mile style, bro. I was dressed up in beanies and total freaking copyright. And I was like, cool, let's go, man. I had a little group back then, these random old kids and stuff.
How old are you?
I was like 14, bro. I was 14. I was always in the streets a lot, bro. I never really liked to be home personally for a lot of things. And so we were just always in the streets, and then we showed up to that park, and I'm like, man, I have my little riddens and everything like that. And misspelled words in the paper, and we showed up, and all you hear is like, pass the fruit. And we're like, what's this, right? And I'm like, man, what's going on? And I look at my cousin, shout out Michael, bro, he's amazing, my cousin, but I look at him, I'm like, bro, what are we doing? And I'm like, I'm gonna do awesome here. And so we show up, and it's just like it's this lady rapping, bro. She's just rapping.
A lady?
Yeah, it was some lady rapping, but it was actually a Christian group. It was a Christian group that was rapping. It was a whole entire how can I say, like, it was like a gathering, and then they'll perform and stuff, like a ministry. There was a ministry going outside,
So they tricked y'all.
Yeah, bro. It finessed me. Like, God kind of got me at the right moment, but for the different reasons that I understood. And so we were there, and I was kind of sitting down and like, let me see what's up. And believe it or not, bro, Christian rap don't get its credit, bro, like where it does deserve. It's actually pretty dope. There's different types of Christian rap, but the right Christian rap is taste of interest. You know,
you got any Christian artists you listen to?
Bro, Lecrae. I grew up on Lecrae. I grew up on Toby Mac. When NF was super like Christian, when he came out as a Christian artist, and then he ended up just coming out as just an artist. And then not really, bro. I mean, I've been wanting my, like, I don't know if you ever felt where, like, you get closer to God or you just get closer in spirituality or more woke in spirituality. That you just listen to things or you see things and it's just, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't, you can't watch the same scary movies you used to like watching, you know? You can't hear the same things you used to hear.
You know the evil behind it, bro.
There's energy attached to it, bro. Yeah, there's energy attached to it. And then for me, I go on hold with, like, hippie status and I start thinking that some songs can give you bad luck. Like I start thinking that, bro.
The frequency in the music is real, bro. If you ever look at like the somatic, the sound shit, certain frequencies, they just really fuck with your entire chemistry, your atoms and shit. And then you get to like the Christian music and you put that like on a seismic play and you see what it does and it's just like healing, bro. It's just healing. And I saw you were doing that video with the guitar when you play that song.
Oh yeah, bro. I love experimenting with art like that. I think I see a lot of artists do rap and I see a lot of artists sing and do their thing, and all respect to them, bro. But I love that, like, guitar acoustic. I think human vocals and guitars are the best pieces of instrument that could have been created on this planet, besides a piano, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, bro, I like stuff like that. I've been trying to dabble in that. I'm not much a singer. I just know how to hit melodies. That's it. And then know how to layer, write, and harmonize. But
that's what it's all about, though, man.
Getting on stage and just singing like that, it's intimidating. But yeah, bro, I love doing that acoustic stuff. And I have a lot of projects that are already going to be set to come out. And I have a series actually called Heavy Heart. So it's basically, it's just whatever I'm feeling at that moment. You know, whatever's weighing heavy on my heart. And I release it. And I used to do that back then too, but it was just mostly like rap songs, real quick rap songs. And I was just trying to do that to get back out there, bro, like put my name out there. But I learned that, like, I wanted to make my series like an emotion, like something that you can relate to. I got a Heavy Heart right now. Let me pop on a Heavy Heart. Let me watch this or something, real quick content. But yeah, that's what I was trying to aim for.
So you play guitar like that? Like,
yeah, bro, I can dabble with guitar and stuff like that. I mean, I ain't no freaking professional, but I can mess around with guitar and stuff like that. And then we have our guitarists from our band. We have a whole band in Popular Lon3r. Thank God, our drummer Ozzy, Flores, and we have Michael Acosta, which is our lead guitarist, and Ozzy Ray, which is also our vocalist, another artist himself. And then, of course, there's me and Freddy, and then we have Jacob Vazquez and stuff like that. But usually, whenever it comes to projects like that, I'll just hit them up and be like, hey, man, you want to work on something or whatever like that? Yeah.
Do you see yourself kind of like going that route as an artist, like where you just go down this, like, not necessarily Christian, but more like that acoustic solo route?
Yeah, I tested it. You know, I think like every artist does in their own lab, they already create their own reality. They have different demos of reality that they can create for themselves in their music. And I've already kind of gone through my own little personal series with it and kind of dabbled with it. And so, like, I think this can probably work. So it's more of that, believe it or not, bro, as much things that I'm very fortunate and blessed to be able to have done and put out there with Popular Lon3r. It's so nerve-wracking, bro, when you change up, when you switch up and you do a different style that is actually what the style that you want to do, not just something that you're trying to do for promo or try to get attention. It's so nerve-wracking, bro. So that's a battle.
It's that fear that we're attached to, bro.
Yeah.
And that's really the only thing that holds people back. And I feel like there'll be a lot more people that do music that don't even know they're good at music.
Yeah,
but they
bro,
have that fear of, like, what are people going to think of me? Or, like, how am I going to look on camera? I'm just, like, super, you know, self-conscious or whatever. But it's like, once you're actually self-aware and you're actually, like, that woke, you already know, like, you shouldn't care what people think, bro. Like, do it because you love it. And, like, do it. Like, if you do it, like, who said that? I think it was Austin Trout when I interviewed Austin Trout. Shout out Austin Trout.
Yeah.
He said, if you're doing something for money, you're never going to get money. If you're doing it because you love it, the money's going to come, bro.
Yeah, bro. I think I've been focused a lot more on, like, moving with purpose, you know? So in whatever direction, like, you know, like you as a father, you know, which you're very blessed to be, you know, you got to move in purpose. You got to make sure you move in every strategic step, you know, to make sure that your daughter is fed, to make sure that you can't just think just this moment, this is how it's going to be. Like, you got to think of how it's going to be tomorrow, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's super equivalent, bro. I think it's super equivalent to, like, washing the like, Like, have you ever just like left your house and the dishes are dirty and you're like, I'll wash them when I come back?
Yeah.
But then, like, if you really took the moment, bro, and actually washed the dishes before you left, you would come back to a clean house.
Yeah.
You know?
It feels good when you come back to a clean house.
Bro. I think that type of movement and that type of focus and purpose-driven is just perfect. I think that's how a lot of people should move, you know, personally.
Is there any artists you're interested in working with that you haven't worked with already?
I haven't worked with, honestly, bro, I took a little hiatus off social media, so I'm not too certain of how, like, the specific artists, like the artistry that is going on right now. To me, it's personally quiet, even from our end. I think to me, it's a little personally quiet, but locally, there's a few local artists that I think are pretty dope. Like, people in your team, you know, of course, Sean Mecca, shout out Sean, you know, and specific artists that I see coming up that are not known at all, because they block themselves from coming out.
Shout them out. Who you talking?
Man, they're too shy, bro. They wouldn't want me to shout out.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Nah, but yeah, bro. Honestly, like, I love collaboration, bro. I'm always open to collaboration. I think it's something. I think at the end of the day, music is still a collaboration, even if you do it by yourself. Because when you put out your song, when you put out your music, you still have a collaboration to make because your fans are collaborating with how successful your music can be. You know, or the listeners are still collaborating with you with how successful it can be. So
I heard you guys are going on tour.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we have a few shows that we are hoping, fingers crossed, if God allows, that we can wrap up. We can do a tour, a small Texas tour by the end of this year. Yeah,
that's cool, man.
Yeah,
how'd
bro.
you get into that tour? Like, how did that happen?
Just connections, bro. I think when we started coming out, a lot of people want to hit the road running.
Yeah.
But we were pretty smart on knowing that every step that we take is just gonna be for later on. You know,
building blocks, yeah.
Building blocks, bro. Just building steps and stuff like that. So we would kind of like tag along on specific tours. You know, shout out to Joseph Bakary, bro. You know, he would put us on a lot of tours. All these other promoters, dude, they would kind of hook us up with tours and stuff like that. And it was just, so we got our experience off of that. And it was just more of like, that'd be cool to try, bro. That'd be cool to kind of have our own thing, you know, instead of us being a part of someone else's, you know, we create our own tour. So we got in contact with a few people, a few promoters at certain venues and stuff like that we had worked with when we were a part of someone else's tour, and just kind of hit up a few artists to see if they wanted to join along and stuff like that. So it's still been the works, you know, if God allows at the end of the day, bro. But
yeah, bro. Hell yeah, that's good, man. Where do you see Popular Lon3r in the next 5 years?
Popular Lon3r, bro. I see Popular Lon3r in the next 10 years, bro. That's how I try to think of things. But in the next 5 years, bro, honestly, if God allows, I already see us where we should be, to be honest. If that's still down here, then that's where we're meant to be. But the success of it, honestly, I would love for us to already done made it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's where I see it going. Honestly, I see us already financially stable from it, you know, the true artistic dream, you know, already making it in the way that we believe that we can make it and stuff like that. So I feel like,
do you see yourself trying to stay independent, or are you trying to like sign with a label? Or
honestly, bro, nowadays you can do everything on your own, you know, and signing with a label, it's a tool, you know, but it's still, if you understand how the label moves, you know, or by kind of just nitpicking and hearing certain people, advice from artists in the industry, I think it's not that far from you to be able to do the same thing that a label does, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're using them as a tool, but they have their own tools. Yeah. And if you know what their tools are, then you can just use them too. But honestly, I would rather stay independent. I love the freedom, bro. I love the freedom, and I love the fact that it's more of like, it's at God's pace. And it's not really at somebody else pushing us to fit a certain frame or fit a certain perspective of how we should be looked at compared to what they think, you know?
I got you, bro. That's dope, bro. That's dope.
Yeah.
And talking about probably, like I said, you might see yourself doing some solo stuff. Any other genres you guys dabbling with? I heard you said you're a fan of like Sean Mecca. He does country. You see yourself doing country?
I wouldn't necessarily say super country, because growing up I had like a little country accent because my mom, she's like, sounds like real southern. But then when I would go to school, I'll get make fun of them. So I try to...
You had that twang or what?
Yeah, bro, I had that twang. So if I'm really, really comfortable, it'll come out. And but I try to put like a rapper voice, you know? So,
yeah.
But nah, bro, I think country has its own specific taste and skill set. I kind of wanted to do something along those lines, but it's like more folk, more like, it's much more darker. It's a little bit darker sound, you know?
Who would you compare it to? Like what band?
Zach Bryan, you know, when like something in the orange type, or like more, there's just a lot of indie artists, bro. Like, it's just more like Zach Bryan type of scenario, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel about like now I'm not gonna say like anybody in particular, but like here in the valley, there's a lot of like, I wouldn't even want to say competition, just like jealousy and beef amongst artists.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, bro, coming into the local music scene, back then I could see how the beefs and jealousy and stuff like that was interesting, but I honestly see it as childish, bro. Like for me personally, I don't even got no hate in my heart. I had to hit up some other dude who thought I was being a certain way with him, because I had somebody send me screenshots of this dude posted my picture, my profile picture, basically talking that I was stalking them or whatever like that. But then I'm like, bro, we have the same mutual friends. Like, what are you talking about? Like, just because you see my stuff because somebody else shares it on your friends list doesn't mean I'm trying to stalk you or something. So I saw that. I hit him up on the side, bro, because for me, like as time went on, being in the local scene and being fortunate enough to have the following that we have, I wouldn't say it's super huge, but we're grateful for the amount. It could be one person, bro. One person is enough. You know, I'd rather have one real fan than 100 fake ones. You know, so honestly, like, but when I see that beef, honestly, bro, I try to attack it right on. I try to go straight up. I come with love, bro. I don't try to come with like trying to feed the fire, bro. I'm not trying to be a log in the fire and just continue to make it grow and satisfy you because you're trying to get something out of me. I leave the circus to the clowns. So it's just like, I just avoid it, bro. I look past it. If I feel like I need to address it because the person's being delusional, or if I feel like I feel like there's something in my heart to fix their perspective a little bit of me or whatever the situation is, then I'll put in my 2 cents. But if it goes nowhere, bro, I honestly just step away. I let it be, bro.
And it's, to me, like, being pretty new to this music scene down here, it's like, from the outside looking in, it's just like, y'all beefing like y'all famous, or like y'all beefing like if y'all taking money from, like,
it's like, bro, we all work at a call center.
It makes no
like,
sense to me, bro. How people are like, whatever, right? But me, I'm seeing like everybody in here in a thing, in a box, and I'm on the outside. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
bro.
That's how I see it. Like, bro, I'm making music. Just make your music and shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
What I mean?
Like, it's like, fuck, dude. They're so focused inward and they're not focusing on outward perspective of which it should be, bro. We're trying to go up. We're not trying to go back in. So it's just like,
and I feel like sometimes people become victims of just being sucked into that without even knowing. It's like, the biggest thing for me is like always been just to observe and not absorb, bro.
Yeah.
Like, look at it for what it is, understand it, but don't get caught up in doing the same shit that they're doing, because it's easy to get fucking pulled into that fucking pile and shit, you know, and you just end up like everybody else. So especially for us and our team, like, we pride ourselves on just trying to stick to ourselves, stick to our lane. And,
I see that, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't want no parts of none of that shit. And we respect everybody, and you know, the artistry. Even this person has like bad music. Like, we'll never hear that from us, because like, as you gotta respect artistry, even though you don't like it or you think it's bad. Like, it's their music, you know. It's like saying, oh, that painting's ass. To some people it's ass. To some people it's fucking Picasso, you know what I mean? It's splatter on the wall to somebody else it's a fucking masterpiece.
It's perspective, bro.
It's perspective.
I think that's what it is. I like what you said on the observe but don't absorb.
Observe but don't absorb.
Because that's super true, bro. Like, I think at the end of the day, bro, your main focus becomes your reality. So why do you want to keep focusing on that stuff? Like, why do you want to keep just diving into negative stuff all the time? And I've had to even have talks like that with myself, dude. I even had to have talks like that with our team. You know, our team has had to have talks with us like that personally, bro, because when we came in, it was just random stuff popping up for whatever reason. Some of it was our fault for even paying attention to it, you know, and I just kind of just stepped back, bro. It's so much peacefuler. And then one thing I also learned too, bro, is it's your people get affected. Even if like that bringing it back to what you said,
that's big right there. You're not only fucking with you, you're fucking with the people who you're associated with.
Yeah, bro. Like when stuff would go on, bro, and I was going through a little beef, and my chick was there, and she'll like have to deal with my attitude or whatever like that, because I wasn't emotionally intelligent at those times, or my best friend or whatever like that. Like, I'll just be kind of just in my head, and you're not focused, you're not present with your people. And I think once it starts affecting your focus with your people, then that's when you know you got a problem, bro. If you can't separate those two things, that's when you know you got a serious problem that you got to fix, and the only way that you can fix it is by silence. Silence, observing, and, you know, precise movement, you know, intentional movement. And whether that's you trying to destroy the beef or whether that's you avoiding the beef, bro, you still got to move precisely, because your people is always going to be affected no matter how small you think it is.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. What advice would you give to 12-year-old Troy, bro? If you could talk to 12-year-old Troy right now.
12-year-old Troy is eating ramen noodles right now. Like, he's eating ramen noodles and watching Spider-Man 3, bro. And I think the thing I would give to the 12-year-old Troy is just be patient. Don't act impulsively, you know, and shut up. Like, you know, just like be silent and just listen. You know, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, bro, and that's a saying that I love. I love that, bro, and I love the verse in the Bible that says, you know, be quick to think and slow to speak and slow to anger. You know,
that's fire. That's fire.
That's something that I'm like learning, and that's something I had to learn going into your adulthood, bro. When you're in high school and you think you know the world, bro, and then as soon as you graduate high school and you don't got that responsibility, you don't got mom able to make you some dinner, you got to figure out how you got to get your groceries. You know, even if you're scraping together something like. Those struggles, I love them, bro. I love them, but I hate them because nobody wants to go through the struggle.
But you need to go through it. You know?
Bro.
It's necessary. Like I said, they're both necessary, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You can't have the world without having to step on a little shit every now and then. Bro. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I think having a testimony is the most powerful thing a person can have. Yeah, bro. Because I think at the end of the day, like we're put here to service each other. Yeah. I'm put here to service you. You're put here to service me, and whatever way it is, you know. So that's how I see it, bro. Like. And honestly, like, we can dive down this whole rabbit hole, like, super quick. Honestly. But how I see it, and to end it with that question, or to kind of wrap up that question, what I would tell 12-year-old Troy is just be still. Be still and let God continue to guide your steps, you know, and acknowledge whatever is given to you can be taken away, and who has been giving it to you and who has been taking it away, you know? Just be still and observant, you know?
I feel that.
I think that's the most powerful thing a young kid can even learn at a young age, you know?
So, a message you want to leave for the world, bro?
A message that I want to leave for the world is this camera right here. All right. You know, the only thing I want to leave for the world, bro, honestly, is just... Man, what do I want to leave? Nah, I'm just kidding. The only thing I want to leave for the world, bro, is just stay consistent. Stay consistent. Stay prayed up. Stay acknowledging the fact that everything you have right now could easily be taken away, and everything that you have right now was only given to you. You know, you may have put in the footwork, but at the end of the day, this stuff was still given to you as a blessing and as a lesson at the same time, you know? And acceptance. Accept everything. Accept where you're at. Take ownership for all your mistakes. Take ownership for all your positives, all your failures, all your negatives. Take ownership for your security, you know, and everything like that. But I want to say thank you to everybody that supports Popular Lon3r. I want to say thank you so much to all my family, all my loved ones. Shout out my girl. Shout out my best friend, Kadi. Thank you all so much for all your support, and we'll see you. That's it.
That's it, bro. That concludes our interview today. I appreciate you, Troy, for
Thank you, bro.
Pulling up and getting this interview in. Yeah. I got Freddy, got Troy in. I got a bunch more other artists I want to interview, athletes, business owners. So if y'all watching this and you want to jump on the podcast, hit us up, man. Already Vision, Wave 3 TV, Popular Lon3r, Troy, the whole family, man. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Sheesh.